What if I told you the absolute best secret to reclaiming your physical youth isn't locked behind some crazy expensive gym membership, but is literally sitting right in your living room right now? Hey guys, today we're doing something a little different in this explainer. I'm going to give you the raw, honest breakdown of my own personal self-experiment. Yep, I decided to get after it, training every single day for 30 days straight at 60 years old.
So how exactly do you reverse 5 solid years of muscle loss in just 30 days? Think about that for a second. Look, there's a very real fear we all face as the years start stacking up, right? That creeping fear of shrinking muscles, losing our step, and ultimately giving up our independence. But listen to me, there is massive hope. I actually discovered a simple, science-backed 5-move solution that totally leveled up my physique. But hey, I'm keeping those exact 5 moves totally under wraps into the very end. You've got to understand the mechanics first, or honestly, they just won't work.
Let's dive right into some real talk here. Every single year after you hit 60, your muscles shrink like ice cubes melting on a hot summer sidewalk. You don't even spot it right away. It happens super quietly. Day after day, that strength you relied on to just carry groceries or get up off the couch, it slowly slips away. And let's be real, it's a terrifying decline. When your legs weaken, stairs literally become a total nightmare, and falls turn into the leading threat to your independence.
Section 1. My 30-day muscle experiment and ditching the ego for real results.
The truth is, I was a total mess in my 40s, but I made a change. And recently, at 60, I decided to see what my body was truly capable of if I just committed to a daily home workout for an entire month. But to pull that off, I had to adopt a very specific mindset. First up, you got to leave that 25-year-old ego at the door. Seriously. I leaned hard into discipline, focusing entirely on the mind-muscle connection. I prioritized volume over heavy weights, so getting more reps in instead of maxing out, and I really emphasized a safe range of motion. The goal is to stimulate the muscle without wrecking your joints.
Now here is a tough truth we all just have to face. Recovery is a night and day difference as we get older. Back in your 20s, you bounce back instantly. You go hard at the gym, crush a large pizza, and do it all over again the next day. But in your 60s, man, the body just doesn't bounce back the same way. Remember, muscles actually grow while you recover, not while you train. So combining smart volume with targeted protein, like grabbing a glass of milk, a boiled egg, or some nuts within 2 hours of your workout is an absolute game changer. That simple habit can actually increase your muscle building by nearly 50%.
Moving on to Section 2. Hard science validates the results and the data behind senior strength.
I know exactly what you're probably thinking. Well, that's awesome for you, man, but is this just some kind of fluke? Absolutely not. The clinical data actually proves your body is still completely primed for growth. In a super comprehensive review by Trapp and colleagues over in the Journal of Applied Physiology, they looked at adults aged 60 to 69. And guess what? Researchers saw a range of 2% all the way up to 14% muscle hypertrophy across different muscle groups. 14%. Guys, your body isn't done responding. It's literally just waiting for the right signal.
And hey, if that doesn't convince you, you've got to look at this landmark study by Dr. Darren Kandow. This is mind-blowing, folks. They took healthy older men aged 60 to 71 and put them on a supervised resistance training program. Now, before training, these guys had significantly lower lean tissue mass compared to dudes in their 20s, obviously, right? But after 22 weeks of heavy resistance training, all of those age-related deficits were completely wiped out. Their lean tissue mass totally matched the younger guys. It completely shatters the whole myth that you can't pack on significant muscle later in life.
Okay, 38%. I want you to just lock that number in your head for a second. We're getting super close to the hidden 5-move solution, but I really want to tease it with this. A 2023 study out of Stanford University looked at just one simple daily movement you can do right there in your living room, and they found it increased leg strength in older adults by a whopping 38% in just 30 days. No way, right? I'm going to show you exactly what that move is in just a minute. All right, Section 3. Building the mind-muscle connection, and why you need to stimulate, not annihilate.
Listen, before we finally get to the actual moves, you've got to realize you can't just flail around and expect magical results. You have to understand progressive resistance. Basically, this means gradually increasing your volume over time so your muscles are continually forced to adapt and grow. Former natural Mr. Universe John Hansen gives some really spot-on advice for guys over 60 here. He specifically warns against taking the path of least resistance, like using super light weights on a gym machine and barely even breaking a sweat. Look, you absolutely don't want to annihilate your joints, but you literally must give the muscle a real reason to grow.
Like the experts say, you don't need heavy weights, you don't need expensive machines. Just 20 minutes a day. This whole minimalist approach is actually backed by top doctors at both the Mayo Clinic and Harvard.
The Mayo Clinic specifically notes that just 20 minutes a day, twice a week, can slow bone loss, improve your balance, and increase muscle mass. You can even use stuff like milk jugs or soup cans to start. You're basically just flipping a biological switch that tells your body, hey, we actually still need these muscles.
Okay, the moment you've been waiting for. Section 4, the 5-move home blueprint and the hidden solution revealed.
All right, the wait is officially over. Here is the exact, totally plain language sequence I use to gain strength and genuinely feel decades younger, all in my own living room. Number 1, glute bridges to wake up that posterior chain. Number 2, chair squats. Number 3, standing knee raises. Number 4, resistance band rows. And number 5, the modified plank. That is the whole shebang. No complicated barbell snatches, no super heavy deadlifts that are going to throw your back out. Just these 5 foundational movements done with absolute consistency.
Let's do a quick deep dive into the chair squat, because honestly, this one is the holy grail. Remember that Stanford study I mentioned? Following over 500 adults aged 65 and older, they found that practicing daily chair squats for 30 days led to that massive 38% increase in leg strength. And the real-world application here is a total no-brainer. A 45% improvement in stair climbing and a 27% increase in walking speed. The chair squat is basically the foundation of restoring your independence. Think about it. Every single time you get off the couch, you're doing a squat. Mastering this just means rising smoothly with your own power.
So here is exactly why this blueprint acts like a literal time machine for your body. It's a completely synergistic system. Your hips gain vital balance from the standing knee raises. Your glutes provide this awesome explosive power from the glute bridges. Your legs restore your independence through the chair squats. Your back is armored by those resistance band rows. And finally, your core ties it all together into one rock-solid unit with those modified planks. When all these pieces work together in harmony, you aren't just slowing down the decline, you are actively rebuilding your body.
Man, I absolutely love this quote. Aging isn't about rewinding the years. It's about building a body that carries you forward with strength, balance, and confidence. I think it just beautifully brings this entire journey into focus. Thousands of seniors are waking up and realizing that their bodies are not done responding. Taking your health in your own hands and truly committing to the process is the ultimate victory. It's not about trying to be 25 again. It's about being the absolute most capable version of yourself right now.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one thought. What will you do with your next 30 days? Are you going to let another month just slip by, letting those muscles quietly melt away? Or are you going to start your own 30-day muscle experiment today? Go grab a chair, clear out some space in your living room, and give your body the exact signal it's been waiting for. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to get out there, get after it, and take that very first step.